We'll continue this fantastic series, friends, of the daily page of the Daf Yomi. We're learning Masechet Shevuot. We're on page number 34 already, which is a phenomenal achievement. We're already hit, let's just say, 2/3 of the way of this tractate and making fantastic progress at the moment. So, friends, we're talking all about, especially on this tractate within regards to oaths. We've been speaking about Nedarim. We've been going into all various different topics from the Torah itself, respectively. If any of you tuning in at the moment, please join in and watch with us every day. And as we are growing as a community and learning Daf Yomi and many, many other things here on this channel. But we are, as we learned on the page yesterday, the halachot of Shevuot ha'idut. There's something that we spoke about in the previous stuff, in number 33. The laws governing cases where a person is going to refuse to offer testimony, let's say swearing that he does not have information that would be useful in court. Let's just say, only apply to monetary cases, this does. Now there's a famous Rabbi Yossi HaGalili. He derives from this passage in the Torah, actually in Vayikra, in chapter number 5, which we only read a couple of months back, where we see that these laws apply only in cases where it is possible that a witness can see without knowing or know without seeing. Such criteria can only be met, let's just say, in monetary cases, respectively. Now, it's actually interesting. In today's page of the Gemara, now enter Rav Papa. He suggests to Abaya that according to Rav Aha, there may be cases where we find that witnesses can fulfill the need to know even without seeing. Even in cases, are there monetary cases, let's just say? For, let's say, with regard to a case where we see a camel in heat, which then becomes a violent, should we discover that a nearby camel was trampled to death, we can say with certainty that it was a camel who had been acting strangely who did it. There's enough evidence, let's just say there. Similarly, the Rabbi Rav Aha would rule in a case where we find a person stabbed to death and another standing above him holding the bloody knife, that we can act with certainty and rule that he is the murderer, even if the witnesses did not see him commit the crime over here. Now the Gemara is going to actually reject this assertion, arguing that Rabbi Yossi HaGalili might accept Rav Aha's ruling, but that we will still be unable to find a case where the witness sees the event but does not know the details in anything but monetary cases. Now, this cannot be, let's say, the case over here in which we're going, let's just say, in capital cases. This cannot be the case, since the witnesses may see the murder take place, but he cannot know whether the victim was Jewish or not, or whether the victim was healthy, or perhaps he was something called a terefa, who would, let's say, not live out the year, and therefore the murderer would not be liable. Now, Tosafot, the great commentator, is going to point out that ordinarily we do not concern ourselves with the unlikely possibility that someone might be, let's say, that terminology, a terefa, since a vast majority of people are healthy. They answer that we must be talking about a case where there are two people in front of us, and we know that one of them is, say, a trefa, that terminology. According to the Ramban, we are discussing a case where the victim had a clear condition that may or may not have made him into this trefa. So very, very interesting. This page number 34, we've been learning all about on previous days, various different cases here inside Daf Yomi, inside the Gemara. We've been grappling on different intricacies. If you remember last week, you recollect, we actually made a trip to Bnei Brak, and the few Daf Yomi videos we actually recorded over there was all recorded in different places in Bnei Brak. So what we try and do is every day on this series, go somewhere exciting, somewhere different, and we share over a word within the daily page of the Daf Yomi in a different location. I think we're the only people that does this inside the channel too. We like to go to different parts of Eretz Yisrael and share the beauty about Israel, and so everyone can appreciate and the beautiful land that we're living in, and try to connect the Talmud of this case. Remember, we learned in the previous page in number 33 with regards to we started the halachot of the Shevuot Ha'idut in the previous day. All the halachot with regards to what's giving ground there. We spoke about that someone to swear that he had no information about whether, let's say, someone was a Cohen or a Levi, even if he was lying, the laws of Shvat Eidut would not apply. We spoke about in yesterday's page, which was Gemara itself, that the teachings of Rabbi Yossi Aglili, examining, using that passage which we spoke about at the beginning of this video here in Vayikra, chapter number 5, that say we find someone that who is a witness, that is, he saw an event or knows about a specific event, how he would be liable, let's just say, if he doesn't testify, because he should be testifying if someone knows about a specific event. And we spoke about in the previous page a lot with regards to Rav Yossi Haglili in those specific cases, which I recommend everyone to look about now. A special treat here this morning. I'm about to go shopping, so I'll leave you with some minute scenes of some scenes here in the city in Bet Shemesh, Ramat Bet Shemesh, Aleph Mem Shalosh, of the street scenes over here. We're going in. Maybe I'll just do a bit of Isrucha shopping. We just came out of the festival of Shavuot yesterday. There's a gorgeous roundabout over here. As many of you might have been following a lot of these videos, we like to travel all over Israel. There's just a school over here. Just to appreciate, Eretz Yisrael, a beautiful park right across the road also. That is another district called Ramat Bet Shemesh Gimel. So we've actually toured over there on a few occasions before here on this channel. Someone's getting barbecue ready. Just a supermarket. This is small. They call it a Merkaz, a shopping area. I'll try and finish off the video where we can all see a beautiful view of the famous Yarkon Park. This is a perfect way to start the morning. Look at the views here, friends. Look at that. Special Daf Yomi treat over here. So this park stretches about 2 kilometers, I think. We actually did a tour of the park somewhere on the channel. You can see that neighborhood is Ramat Bet Shemesh Gimel. See lovely cottages here. It's a whole strip of shops. There's archaeology here, mikvaot, olive presses from previous years. I'm ready to do the shopping. I just crossed by the zebra crossing. So we see safety is very important, not just in Judaism, just for everybody in general. I'd like to dedicate this Lilu Nishmat to Avihu ben Esther, passed away nearly 13 months ago here from the time of recording. Okay, so on this note, I wish everyone a fantastic day. Take care.